I used AI to help my gravel bike keep up with road bikes for 140 kilometers, 50 kilometers more than my previous best. Did it work? Well, it got messy early. You might be wondering, why would you ride on the road for 140 kilometers with a gravel bike? Well, this is all we got. If you're wondering what the bike is, it's a Specialized STR Expert. It's full carbon fiber, about 9 kilos. We've got the future shock in the front, shock in the back as well with the Achilles tendon. Big cogs on the back, which got a lot of compliments as I was going up Arthur's seat. They were saying, nice cog. But with that being said, we have everything on here. This is my Doomsday Bike. We've got the tube, storage, and the puncture repair kit in the handlebars as well. So if there's a nuclear breakout, it's your boys covered on all terrain. Let's get right into it with the breakfast preparation and everything else in between from the start to finish. We have our breakfast smoothie, 100 grams of oats, 80 grams of berries, 7 grams of cocoa powder, a little bit of ice, 250 ml of skim milk, and that is blended right there. So that's going to be my pre-ride breakfast little bit of food, something light and easy. This next mix is a Barocca Immune mixed with some creatine and beta-alanine. On the ride, I'll be having a banana, 2 LCM bars, jam sandwiches in quarters. I'll be having a quarter every half an hour for this ride for 5 hours. And then we've also got some jelly babies, so they're small. I do like the snakes, but this time we're going to go jelly babies because of the fact that they are small and you can just punch them in and put them through. 2 drinks, both of them, they'll be filled with maltodextrin, which is a carbohydrate, 1 full scoop of that, as well as 2 Barocca hydrates that are going to be in there as well per one. And I'll bring an extra couple of tablets as well. So that's what we're going to be bringing on the ride, and we're going to be having this on the pre-ride. Good, mate. So much mental prep.
Yeah, it's been a bit, hasn't it? Well, for me too.
Yep, it's all happening. So, I'm pumped. Having a quick chin wag there to Tommy on the right-hand side. He usually comes on the shop rides. He's a good guy. Big fan of his calves. They're quite large. But with that being said, we are just in our group right now, going past our first group in the wild. Always making sure that I'm courteous to people when I go past them, and just like let them know where I am and everything, so there's no clashing and stuff. But as you can see, I'm just punching down my jam sandwich. On my phone, I have my gospel with me, when to eat every 30 minutes and what to eat. 1 hour and 3 minutes into it, 35 Ks. Feeling pretty good. Plenty of stuff to go. 115 Ks to go. So let's roll out. They're going at a good pace here. We're 1 hour, 7 minutes in, 38, hitting about 45 Ks an hour as we're going up this hill. Had to hit the brakes a little bit, but we're feeling good. The boys at the front here were absolutely unbelievable. The way they were punching the air, the toe was unbelievable. The AI that I used did say to sit to kind of second last to mid-pack to get that draft and take advantage of it. As you can see here, I'm ducking down, really trying to minimize my air impact and friction of the air. So I'm just tucking in now behind the boys, really running that tight and close as we go up this hill to really preserve my energy, as that's a massive thing, especially on these Pathfinder tires. They're slightly bigger. I've got a 44 PSI in the front, 48 in the back, just because that's where the weight is. And look, so far I felt really good here, but I was a little bit nervous. Just hit the 50 kilometer mark, 100 Ks to go, sitting at about 40 Ks an hour. We're looking good through, I think, Frankston or Mornington, not sure, but we're looking pretty good. 100 to go.
and then we're into the zone that we've never been before.
Let's talk about the fuel strategy that I have. So my game plan for nutrition was simple. Don't wait until I'm hungry. Don't wait until I'm cooked. Every 30 minutes I was trying to get something in, small amounts consistently. And that consisted of jam sandwiches that I had them cut up into quarters with white bread, just quickly stuff them in my mouth. A little bit difficult to, reach in my back pocket. Oh, missed a pothole there perfectly. Reaction time. That's the gaming come out of me. But yeah, getting the hand in the back pocket, undoing the snap lock bag, a little bit of an art to it, but I kind of got there in the end. But look, every 30 minutes I was putting one of those down, and then I was having an LCM bar, having another one of those quarter jam sandwiches, and just pretty much having a quarter jam sandwich every bit before the climb, which is when I had a few jelly babies as well. But I love this descent through that little tunnel into Safety Beach. Got so much pace. I was winging up behind Tom here, getting some real good aero here, and then I just punched it. I always keep, one of my mate's dads, he taught me to always just keep your legs moving and to keep the blood flowing, even if you're not really have any resistance. So that's what I was doing. I was keeping it like I was tucking it tight here. I think we hit about 65, 70 Ks. I think that's what it's reading there on the bike computer. But when it came to the strategy with drinking as well, that was a sip every 15 or so minutes, not to, drink the whole thing and then it's gone. Then you don't have any to keep the whistle wet.
Delicious sanging through the tunnel. Tunnel sangers. Let's go. An hour 53, 61 Ks in. We're in Safety Beach. Beautiful ride. Beautiful. We're feeling good. Looking good, tasting good.
Is anyone's legs hurting?
Just about to go up Arthur's Seat.
What you should do.
First time. Popping the cherry.
You popping the cherry up this hill?
2 cherries popped up the hill, about to be. See how we go. Huge climb ahead of us. It's like 4 kilometers of a climb. 200 elevation, but I think there's more to it. Looking forward to the downhill skiing trip. So let's see what we can do.
Then we hit Arthur's Seat, and this is where the ride got real. Over 200 meters of climbing, ramps hitting 10 degrees for around 3 kilometers. After already riding hard, this is where the legs start talking. I wasn't sure if the gravel bike would handle it, but easier climbing gear definitely helped. I started passing a few riders as well, and one bloke said he wished he had my gravel bike cog. Then I just laughed and said, jump on the gravel train, jump on the G train. Shout out to Fraser Gehrig as well, man, from the Saints. But look, the climb like this can fool you, and you feel strong in a moment and then pay for it later. But hey, that's where the real question is, would I make it up Arthur's Seat? And if I did, how would I be on the way back? Right here we see a rider under fatigue, and he nearly gets clipped by a car. Like, he's just a little bit too far over. I do have to pass him there, and a bit of encouragement from him just to jump on behind us. But yeah, it's a teamwork effort to get up this hill.
They're all with us. Oh, look at this. Up and around. Around we go. Would you look at that? Look at that view. That's amazing. Such a nice view right there. Right there. That's awesome.
We made it to the top. Let's go, baby. Now it is time for the descent. I always look forward to descents because they are a technical challenge, but I thought we'd be heading out the back of Arthur's Seat, but instead we turned around and dropped straight back down the way we came up. Same road, completely different feeling, which, look, I think all the fellas were hanging out for that one. Now it's fast, technical, and a chance to recover the legs before the run home. And all that was in my head rent-free was one of my buddies, one of my best buddies actually said to me, he's like, I remember when I was sitting there at one of the viewpoints with my car and my buddies, and I saw this cyclist just come off, probably at this corner right here, and just skin the absolute bejesus out of himself, man. So I definitely took it a bit easier. I think we did hit about 60, 65-ish down this. My top speed for the ride was about 73, 75, so I don't know where I did that. But look, hey, we did that speed in the end, and this is just such a fun, beautiful descent. looking at the ocean there. It's fantastic. It seriously is so good. But look, coming up at the lights, we rolled along the main road, then got caught out at the lights. The boys pushed through an orange, and honestly, I would have been sillier for us to follow that. So suddenly we were playing chasey, exactly what I didn't want to do. AI, the game plan was simple. No big surges, stay smooth, conserve energy, and yet here we are on the handlebars, dropping it down low to try and keep that air tow happening. But once we made contact though, wow, there was a sign of relief, and we caught up to the boys at a red light ahead, and so that was great. But like, seriously, the headwind picked up, and the boys at the front of the pack were absolutely unreal, punching through it like absolute machines. So kudos to them. It was seriously impressive to watch. So huge credit out to the boys, Cam, Tam, and the others. Unbelievable. This did give me a moment though to catch my breath, have a bit of a sip, and regroup mentally, physically, and look, every second adds up. So it was great to have this little break at the red light. Never been happy at a red light. Now, this was the last big surge on the way home. I'm not even sure how many Ks were left at this point, but I was definitely pushing hard while still trying to stay as efficient as possible. You can see it on my bike computer just there. That little red graph is my heart rate. So yeah, I was putting some work in. But look, I was still sticking to the fueling plan, but the harder I pushed, the less I felt like eating. It was not a good feeling. My body was prioritizing the legs, and the boiler room was definitely on red alert. Then right after this, disaster struck. I went to adjust my jersey, and somehow the camera came off the magnets. So I was absolutely bleeding, stressed, and suddenly felt like a bird without his flock. But one hero stayed back, and his name is Sam. Sam, you're an absolute legend. He waited for me, helped tow me back, and he honestly saved the day. That kind of camaraderie while everyone already hurting is special. So Sam, mate, thank you again. I seriously appreciate it, brother. We still had work to do, but after that, it was all about getting home and finishing what we started. And here we are.
Nice, mate.
How you feeling?
I reckon that's pretty much where I'll sit.
Are you in it?
I think so.
Everyone's leaving.
Okay, so we're done with the ride. Ended up doing 140 kilometers, 1,178 elevation. Average power, which I don't have a power meter, was 294. Average speed was 29.8. I dropped my camera in the end, and then I had to catch up and play catch up with the group with another fella. He absolutely killed it for me, and then he's off to run another half marathon. So he's actually insane. I think that's him right there. Actually, he's a madman. He must be fighting absolute demons. My guy, another 21 kilometer run. That's just wild. But with that being said, 3,500 calories burnt. We got there in the end of a time of 4 hours and 41 minutes. So we're happy with that. I'm stoked. That's my longest ride ever, biggest ride ever, biggest elevation ever. I'm pumped, and I feel good afterwards. I feel good about myself. So now to go spend the rest of the afternoon on the couch, and then also tell everyone that I rode 140 kilometers. Yeah, that's generally what people do, isn't it? Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.